Hello everyone, this is Ep24, and welcome to episode 24 of Ep20's Let's Play of ATM9 Skies. Today's plan, I want to check out thermogenerators, because I was looking at the quests about this, and it said that if you use dark matter blocks for the thermal generator, it really kind of makes a lot of power. And I'm curious to see how much it's going to make. So should we give it a shot? I'm going to say yes. So in theory, thermopaste. A bunch of those, so I can get that thermopaste going. 12 might be a good number. I don't know. Now, what did I just put in there? Hang on. Oh, it was my card holder. Yep. Thank you. Go away. Okay. So I'm not going to auto craft the whole chain here, but what I will do is kind of that, right? And then I should be able to that. Give me 10 of them. And then in theory, hopefully not too hard to get some stuff, right? So you're going to need more of you, just so that we can get more of you. Okay. I think the tier we were at was that, and then easy peasy, we've got the nitro stuff, yeah? Easy peasy. All right, so when you're next to or touching lava, right, is it above or next to? I don't quite know. We're gonna find out though, aren't we? Fluid near. Do I put it in there? No, it has to be not the wrong one, is it? No, I think that's the right one. Right, Power Book, you're going to teach me how these generators work, because I've never played with them before. And this feels like the right time to be messing around with stuff I ain't never played with before. Thermogenerator starter is an FE generator that generates energy when placed on top of a high temp block or fluid like lava. Require a coolant fluid like water to run. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. On top of, right? I think that tells us what we want to know. Yeah. Now you just need water, and you should be cool, right? So let's see if that's I need water or I need water. So I should be able to do this now, right? I prepped that between episodes so that we'd be ready for this infinite water cell, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that thought. I like that a lot. So now if I got water, dumped it in there, do you use up the water? You do use up the water ever so slowly. Okay. And you're producing 3.5 thousand ARF a tick from that. Now what have I got? Some dark matter. I feel like 4 is the number to get. Oh, we're only missing 72? Let's get the 3. I'm pretty sure it's 4 pieces to get dark matter. Yeah, buddy. That's cool. So it could be fun. Almost there. We're so close to almost there. There we go. Booyah. So this might be a massive amount of power for just pumping water into here. Now I'm wondering if there's any other kind of coolants. I mean, it says water, right? So can it only be water? That's the question, right? Require a coolant fluid like water to run. So if we looked at thermogenerators, coolants, okay, water it is. Water is the only coolant for the thermogenerators. And apparently that's also the only coolant for reactor generators as well. Now there's solid coolants, but I assume there's no inventory slot here for like items to go into. So I'm thinking that means that this one gets the solid coolant, right? This one can't. Okay, so now we've got you guys. Can I convert this back, by the way? I can. So if I decide that I don't like this, I can have my dark matter back, and I think that's important. A block that matters. I love puns. Very hot. See, this is the tip. The dark matter block can be used to make crucibles 100 times faster, or even better, have thermogens making up to 45,000 FE per tick. Seems like a lot of FE per tick, right? Or we can get the dark matter furnace, which is also pretty cool. So let's do thing. That doesn't look like 45,000 per tick. That looks no different. You're doing the exact same. Well, now that's interesting. It is saying 1,300%, 45,500. Is that so? That generates thing. So is he producing 45,000 RF a tick? You know how we can tell? I'm gonna borrow you for a sec. Bypass limit. Make sure that you are not limited. 160,000. It is making 45,000 RF a tick. Okay then. So like, yeah, this here generates number is not accurate. That's what's accurate. That's not terrible. So that block literally just sits there, and then we're slowly but surely dumping water in there, and like, that's cool. I feel like that's pretty awesome sauce. I feel like that's pretty awesome sauce. Like, this guy doesn't use up water when there's dry ice, I guess. I don't know if it uses water when there's not. But that seems pretty awesome. And how much was he making before? He was making less than 40, right? He was definitely not making 40. So, like, this thing is way better than this thing. Now, in fairness, only at the blazing tier. So, what I should do is make nitro tier of reactor, and that would also be nice. But this is like so passive. At 45, what was that buzz? No idea what that buzzing noise was. Did y'all hear that buzzing noise? Was that even in the game? I hope so. I hope so, because it was a scary buzz. But yeah, no, that's really good. 45,000 RF per tick. Yeah. So 20 times that per second. That's pretty cool. Now it does have to sit on top of it. So like we can't like cheat like using one dark matter block for multiples, but that's really a decent amount of power. That is really cool. And just as a pro tip, it looks like red matter is even better. Like a lot better. Not like crazy amount better, but like close to 50% better. Oh, it's raining. I get to use my Vulcanite amulet. Goodbye, rain. You've been banished. Awesome. That's literally like 90% of the reason I wanted dark matter is to be able to do that. All right, so we've got dark matter, we've got all the modium, we've got that, we've got the pulverizer. I still need to check these guys out, and it's 100% on my to-do list to do. It's just not urgent right now, but I did the water cell. The formation plane sounds cool. It's nice to know that that exists. I don't need much else right now on my to-do list. So you're actually doing like a great job. All I need to do is keep water into you. Now I think I could make a sink. Like, there's no need. Like, yes, I have AE infinite water, right? But there's no need to waste a channel over here for like no good reason. So what I would argue is just make a sink and pipe that. Cool? And now, like, we're good. Like, there's no need to channels and cables. Like, simple solutions work. Don't forget that those exist. Cool? So back in a sec. All right, so here's what I've decided I'm going to do today. Now that we got that power gen cooking really nicely, I think I'd like to make a couple fun toys, like Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. Sounds cool. Can I get 4? Oh, I can get 4. And I've even got a little extra coal to spare. Really? That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, look, I barely had enough coal. Like, barely had enough coalescence to do that. That was pretty significant. How much do you hold coalescence? Like, I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing over here, you can hold a lot. 4.1k. I should probably gold upgrade that dude, right? I'm feeling like yeah. I'm feeling like yeah. 65k coalescence seems like a good number to me, right? Yeah, totally. That seems good. All right, so you're all set. Dark matter. Oh, did you only make 3? Really? But yeah, Swift Wolf seems cool to me. Oh, you didn't have enough for 4. It's funny. Why did you like let that happen? Was there 4? I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to wait for the 4th. And then also Archangel Smite might be a good one. Remember this? This is a fun toy. Now, I'm probably going to want like a Draconic tier of uber bowageness with really insane enchants. But at least until I get that, this one will hold me over as like a nice ranged weapon kind of a deal. Mostly because... Oh, and you know what? You can do that. And you can do Archangel Smite. So that'll probably be fun, right? Nice. Controls, keybinds, category, project E. R should be doing something here. So I'm wondering if key R, whoops, key R, range and building gadgets 2 I'll disable. That can stay, I think. Fire projectile. Ah! Nice. Shouldn't this be... key R. Disable that one. I'll disable that for now. Anything with R in it, I want to make sure. That's interesting. I have my Klein star on me, so I shouldn't have too much of a problem. Show recipe R. Good, that still works. Shouldn't this thing, like, do something when I do... Oh, there it is, left click. That's what I was looking for. Was the many arrows. I love it. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, it's so fun. Okay. And then you can make me more dark matter at some point. I'm not in a huge rush for that thing, mostly because mostly because I have the jetpack, right? So, but that's at least a fun toy. You know, I can have a you on 3. I forget where I usually put him, or 4 maybe. I don't know. But that works for me for now. So this thing's still cruising, by the way. I just emptied him, but like already 10 more Phantom Membrane. So he's doing a good job. Let's I'll take Archangel Smite off here. Let's get into Blood Magic. Does that sound like a plan? I feel like that sounds like a plan. Let's do that. Let's get going with Blood Magic today. I'm just gonna start the foundation of it. And then we'll like automate massive amounts of LP production so that we can get the buckets that we're gonna need for Vibranium ingots and all that stuff, right? Because this bucket of life essence obviously comes from Blood Magic. And that is going to go into the catalyst of all the Modium, which will make Vibranium ingots. Now, we're going to also have to go down the path of Ars Nouveau, but that shouldn't be a big deal for us either. So, yeah, I think that'll be fun. That sounds like a fun kind of path to follow today. So, let's do this. Do I want, like, what do I want? I'm feeling like this direction might be like my magical kind of direction. And I only say that for no reason other than it's the one I happen to be closest to at the moment I started my last sentence. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So you, boop-a-doop. Nice. Really loving the copy-paste gadget these days. It does make expanding these platforms really quite nice, right? Also, being bound to my AE system, even cooler. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, like, this could be, like, Ars Nouveau. Like, granted, I have Britannia all the way over here. I might move this. There's no reason not to. Like, a little bit closer to my central hub might not be bad. Expanding off in this direction is a little bit hard because I was a little bit zealous with my drawer system. But I could always, like, knock those down a notch and change up how it's laid out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, I mean, like, it's not terrible. Like, I can always definitely, like, go in that direction and just kind of go around that one if I needed to. I could even move the whole thing down. I could probably cut and paste Gadget the entire platform down a couple layers. I bet that's doable. Should work, right? Every now and then I just want to test my own mods and be like, all right, because like you can test it in your dev environment as much as you want, but when you're in a pack with like 400 mods in it, it's a lot better to be like, I wonder if this is going to work. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's destroy the whole storage drawer system and void all our stuff. Meh, it'll be fine, right? Probably. Alright, kick off another dark matter, just because we're getting there. So we're going to need a blood altar, right? Easy peasy? Yeah, super easy peasy. Alright. So what I'm thinking is, like, this could be, like, the center of this thing here, and this one will, like, let go down. Is that cool? Okay. And we'll definitely laser IO, because, like, laser IO can do a lot of really good stuff with blood magic. There'll be a little bit of, like, you know, logically type stuff in there, but I'll try and do it a little different than I've normally done in the past. We'll see what and how that plays out, right? And give me a bunch of overclockers, because I feel like those would be nice to have too. Yeah? Nice. Thank you. Okay. So you're here. Man, it feels like a long time since I've done it. So blood magic, right? It feels. When was the last time I played with blood magic? Have I played it at all in 121? Did I have it in the Direwolf 20 pack? I don't know if it was out when I played the Direwolf 20 pack in 121. And then I did like several packs, so it feels like a really long time since I've done it. Or maybe I did do it in the Direwolf 20 pack. I don't remember. But we're also going to want you, right? And to make that, we're going to need that thing. So we're going to need the dagger of self-sacrifice. The dagger, is that what it's called? Dagger of sacrifice. That is no, that's the one that kills mobs. Where's the other one? Where's the one that that like hurts you? And then ideally, if I could get some kind of regeneration going on, that would be cool. There it is, sacrificial knife. That's what I'm looking for. Hooray! Life essence. Okay. So what's like an option for regeneration? We could go with like this dude. That could be fun. All we need for you is some infused diamonds, which I think we have most of that for. Golden apples are doable. Regeneration module. All that's doable. Regeneration module just needs a syringe with a witch in it. Is that doable? That could be fun. What other options for like a regeneration type effect are there? I'm sure there's something. There's like Ars Nouveau healing. There's always something, right? You know what I could do? Doesn't Project E have some kind of thing? Restores nearby players' hunger. Heals nearby players. Half a heart every half a second. So it's not particularly fast. Restores both hunger and hearts. But this requires... Doesn't it require... Oh, yeah, no. So the healing one needs red matter, but I'm pretty sure... the body one needs red matter too. Both of those need red matter. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. All right, give me a sec to think about how I want to do like regeneration for myself here, because ideally that's what I would do. Does that liquid meat helmet thing? Does that fill your saturation all the way up? So this can go on the head slot, right? So the question is, does that fill the saturation up? So I can do that, right? Oh, that holds a lot of liquid meat. Kind of cool. Not terrible, but also not I can just spam right click, right? But also not terrible. Also not terrible. I like it. It keeps me half saturated, which is enough to keep my regen happening. Right? Okay. So your first task would be let's automate this bad boy. Now, what I always like to use for automation is no, not translocators. That bindy thingy. Where is it? Sec. There we go. Found the word I was looking for. Binding. It's the entangled mod, which is always a good mod to play with. Love entangled. Love entangled. It's a good one mostly because it makes it really easy to automate and like still have the multi-block structure that you need for that. All right, so let's do this, right? So remember the way this works. Oh, we're out of oak. You actually don't need right now, but I will have for later. Oh, look at how convenient that was. Who needs a tree farm, huh? Who needs a tree? Not Direwolf, that's who. Right, you go away for now, I'll need you later. For now, we're going to go with a basic and simple one, and then we'll go from there. So first things first, we want to sense the proper amount of life essence, which I think I could just do you, bucket of life, yeah. And a counting filter, and I'm going to want to have at least 5 buckets in there before we do any crafting, okay? And then you will emit on the red channel, okay? And then over here, you're going to insert, let's go with orange, and you're going to counting filter. I'm going to need more of those, so let's get like more of those. Okay. 1 stone at a time. Okay. And then you're going to extract on magenta. 1 item at a time. And we'll speed that up when and if we need to, right? And over here, you're going to extract on orange, 1 item at a time, and insert on magenta, but that one's going to have a filter, and it's going to have blood magic-y type stuff to it, right? And we'll start with that really simple blank slate. I would like 32. And realistically, what we want to have is some kind of AND gate where we say, like, you have to both have enough fluid, but not have enough stuff, right? That's how we've done it in the past. I'm trying to think if there's like a better-ish way to do that. A little bit like cooler measure. No, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I can come up with as time goes on. Because what I could do... So you're allowed to insert. What if I say you have to be high on red to be able to insert, right? And then to extract on orange, you have to be low on green. And then here we can have a sensor for blank slates that emits on green when greater than or equal to 4, let's say. Okay. Does that make sense? And then we get stone. right? And you are allowed in because you've got enough life essence. That stopped a little bit shy, probably because you aren't sensing fast enough. So I need you to sense quickly, and I need you to sense quickly. Okay. And here's what I'm going to do for demonstration purposes. I'm going to have a redstone lamp that says you and you, just for the time being. So on the down, you're going to output you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this. Just for the time being, because I want this to like be obvious to you guys how it works. So I want to like let you see it, right? So you should be outputting on red, meaning we have enough life points to satisfy our needs here, right? And then you're going to down output on green, which means, right? So watch what happens when I take some of these blank slates out, right? It's no longer satisfied, it's blank slates, so it put a stone in, right? And now it's not allowing a stone in because it doesn't have enough LP. But once we have enough LP, it's allowed in, right? Now both are satisfied, so it's not extracting any more blank slates. And if I said, hey, I would like more blank slates here, I've never done it this way, have I? This is kind of clever, and I'm very proud of it. Cool? That's kind of cool. You have to admit that's super kind of cool, right? Now you're an OR gate, right? So if any of these are above 32, but if I made you an AND, what should happen is all of them have to be above 32 in order for the channel to work, right? So I'm going to bump this up to 32, and in theory, I should be able to use the same sensor card for all 5 or 6 of the slates that we will eventually have on there. Yes? Is that cool beans? I think so. We're gonna find out is what we're gonna do. We're gonna find out. Okay, so you're gonna make blood magic runes, like the basic ones. That's right, and we need one of those. The weak blood orb is diamond? Yes. Give me one of those dudes real quick, and I'm just gonna snag you and do that. Am I really out of the meat thing already? Guess I am. Holy cow, that did not last as long. I was like, hey, this holds a ton of fluid, and then very quickly, not that much fluid. I have to come up with like an auto refilling attempt thingy for that. Because like I like it, but where'd all my food go? Oh right, because I'm only measuring on the pink slime. But you emit on pink when we have 8 buckets or more. Yeah. I'll have to come up with something. I'll have to come up with something for that solution. For now, I'll just keep it and come up with another way. Like I said, regen might be cool if I could get some witches going on. You know, nicely. But what I should quickly get is the sacrificial dagger, which is kind of what I'm working towards right now. So yeah, yeah. Let's get the blood magic rune. So if I do that, that should now be a tier 2 altar, which I can't really easily detect right now, but it is all good. So what I want to have then, like my sigil of divination, redstone, blank slate. I need arcane ashes. That's going to be an alchemy table. We're going to go back to making that for me. Okay, and then I should make my Hellfire Forge while I'm at it as well. Sweet. Is that cool? Definitely going to have to figure out a clever way to heal or feed myself. I like what's like a saturation. That's also an option. Saturation module needs what? A target of a zombie. That could be cool. That could be fun. I might look into that. Just need to fill a syringe for a zombie, right? And then that also easy peasy. I should really do that. That's a fun one. We can probably get witches and zombies out of here pretty easily. Also, speaking of things that I'm doing, how are you doing? Oh, look at that. All the junk is here and all that, right? So now if I flip the lever, clears it all out. That is kind of cool. That tells me I've got like most things covered well enough in here, right? That is awesome. Now, if I were to flip that lever, does that turn you off? No, because your redstone is ignored. Oh, yeah, you should be redstone, run with no redstone, run with redstone, right? Which you're doing right now because of things. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So I could turn you off. There's a couple ways I could get zombie flesh stuff, but like I said, I'm not going to focus too hard on that right now. So you're doing a good job. What I should be able to now get is the sacrificial dagger. That just needs an iron sword. Okay. And then you need what? Redstone, bone meal, gunpowder, coal. Redstone, bone meal, gunpowder, coal. Redstone, bone meal, gunpowder, coal. Redstone, bone meal, gunpowder, coal goes in. And then my orb, I presume, needs to have some semblance of enough power. Does it tell me how much I need? 500 LP? That might be enough. It also might not be. Redstone. Oh, white dye. Dyer, please. Look, they look ish, similar ish. Don't yell at me. Redstone. And then slate. Da 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 da. Awesome. 1100 LP. Looking good. And then you're reporting as a tier 2 altar, which is also looking good. Okay. Now, what if I bumped you down to like 16? And I bumped you down to like 16. Okay. And then I wanted late tier 2 in there. Should also be 16. And slate tier 2 should also be 16. Cool. So now if I'm not mistaken, what that should mean is once we hit 16 slates, I don't think we have any more out here, right? I do have one. And then all you guys. And I might have like a separate input and output chest. Like I'll probably have another chest here that's feeding this. It could even be like an alchemical chest with like a producing stone. Yeah. So let's see where we're at. Yeah, so we are pretty much at wrapping up point. So why don't I wrap up here? But before I do, I'd really like to see this work. So what I'm going to do is actually change you to 10 and 10. Right? So now once you hit 10, might even change the other one to something like 3, just to like prove it out, right? So now he's not going because we don't have enough of that. So let's make you like 2 and 2. But notice that light's not on, which is good. Because even though we have 10 blank slates, we do not have enough of the other kind of slate. Okay? And now he's going to proceed to do the next tier. This feels like one of the cooler ways that I've done this before. I really want somebody to tell me in the comments if I've done it this way before, because I feel like I haven't. I feel like I came up with a new way to automate this, and that's kind of neat to me, right? And now we don't have enough LP in there, so it's not going to transfer it. But then we will have enough reinforced slates, and that'll be the key to this thing shutting down properly. Cool. And then even though you have enough LP, you shouldn't have transferred. Why'd you transfer? Was it too fast? Might have just been that you were too fast. Like it just happened to be on the same tick, which I don't think that there's a great way we can prevent that. You know, what's going to happen then is you're going to allow one more in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the insertion amount be 1 higher. Right? So it's allowed to get 1 extra, but it'll stop inserting more stone. And that's okay. And we'll validate that by making sure this light goes on. Goodness. And soon we'll have a better way to handle this, right? I'll just come up with like a fun way to get mobs here and then sacrificial dagger them. Speaking of which, I can make that now. So for now, wrapping up point, Ep24 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode because I thought it was cool. And we'll come back next episode, progress through blood magic, make a healthy amount of LP production going on, get some blood magic toys, and then come back. For now, take it easy.